So I did a thing. I broke my own rule and I spent more than $10 on some new plant babies. Today is all about my end of summer, early fall plant haul. I have 5 amazing plant babies to show you all. I'm excited that you're here. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, everyone. Welcome back to Asiyah's Plant Life. I'm Asiyah and I'm so happy that you're here. Before we even get going with today's plants, I want to say thank you. You guys are amazing. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers on YouTube and just under 3,000 on followers on Instagram. And I'm just so humbled to be able to share my journey with plants with you guys. I've met some amazing people in the plant community from around the world because of these platforms, and I'm really at a loss for words. So now that I've got that out the way, if you're watching my videos for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. I'd love for you to be a part of my tribe. Now that we got that out of the way, what's up, y'all? I have missed you. I've missed you guys. As you know, I made the move from Atlanta to Nashville about 3 months ago. Things are finally starting to fall into place with my new position in women's health, with my schooling, just with so many things. And I'm in a place now where I can start doing these videos for you guys consistently again. So I appreciate you hanging in there with me during the times where I had to take a step back and was MIA for a bit. But anyway, y'all know I can ramble, so I'm just going to dead that and get right into it. So I did this thing. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I don't typically spend a lot of money on my plants. I am a thrifty plant parent. I will spend, I think the most up until now, this plant haul that I ever spent on a plant was probably about $20. Now, I have been gifted some plants like Fiona, my beautiful fiddle leaf fig, and Fidel, my monstera, which just completely died back in the day. But I was gifted those plants and those were a little bit more expensive. But what I spent was no more than about $20 and the average was about $10. But to bless my new home, to just give myself a pat on the back for the accomplishments that I have made over the past year, I decided that I was going to go out and I was going to buy some new plants. And I did not set a budget for myself. I took my credit card and I said, I'm going to get what I want. And I came out over the last 2 weeks. I bought 5 beautiful plant babies that I'm so excited to share with you guys. So the first one that I have to share with you guys is this beauty right here. This beauty is a silver satin. Some people call it satin, some say silver satin or just silver, but this is a pothos. Now, I'm a huge fan of pothos. I'm going to put a link here so you guys can go and look at one of my pothos video tours. If you haven't already seen it, go and check that out. I do love pothos. I love propagating them. They're lush, they're full, they're beautiful, and they add just an air of luxury and lushness to any indoor garden. These plants are a must-have. What I absolutely love about them beyond the aesthetic is that you can take care of these no matter if you have a green thumb, a black thumb, whatever your level of knowledge is when it comes to caring for plants, you can care for pothos. So I did not have this silver pothos before. I have a jade, I have a Jasenia, I have a marble queen, a golden, which is the most common, but I did not have this one. I have a neon. Well, actually I killed the neon that I had, but I replaced it. But I went ahead and I had my eye on this for some time. So I checked out a new plant shop here in Nashville. It's called JVI Secret Garden, and that's where I got this, as well as some succulent plants that I use for a interactive plant-based wellness activity with my coworkers. So this beauty right here actually cost me $21.99, which is above my $20 that I typically would spend on a plant. It's been in quarantine, as I do with all of my plants. When I get a new plant, I put them in quarantine. I do not put them right with all of my other plants that are in the house, because no matter how well they care for plants at a plant nursery, you just never know. It could be infested with anything. So when you bring a plant home, or what I like to do is when I bring a plant home, I quarantine it for about 2 weeks just to make sure that it doesn't have any bugs, it doesn't have any fungus or anything like that in the soil or on the leaves before I incorporate it into the plant family. So this beauty right here again is a silver satin pothos. Let me let you guys get a good look at these leaves. They actually are kind of matte, so they're not shiny like most other pothos. They're kind of matte, and the leaves also feel a little bit different. But I love this one because the leaves on these pothos get so much bigger than they have on my other ones. And if you're looking for something that's going to trail, that's going to really add an air of elegance to your home, to your workspace, or that you want to gift someone who's not really well versed in plants, I recommend any variety of pothos. These can thrive in low light, but as with most plants, they like bright or bright indirect or even medium light. But if you have a low light setting, then pothos is your girl or your guy, however you want to go with it. So I haven't named this beauty yet. I will let you guys know when I do, or if you think of a name for her, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. All right, so my next one, remember I just told you I killed my other neon pothos. I think I posted on it about Instagram, and I might have had it in one of my previous videos, I'm not sure. But I had a neon pothos. I got it off of eBay from a seller that I typically order from, but for some reason that plant just did not do well. It slowly started to die. Well, I shouldn't say slowly. It quickly started to die after I got it home and potted it up, and I just could not revive it. So I went ahead. This one did not come from JVI Secret Gardens. This one came from Gardens of Babylon, which is also in Nashville. I went there yesterday for the first time, and I was in love. I had to stop myself so I didn't go bankrupt buying plants. I took the 2 little ones with me, and they actually helped pick out these plants. So this one is a neon pothos. Like all the other pothos, they can do well in low light, but for the neon pothos, in order to continue to keep this bright green neon color, these will need bright indirect light. So don't put it right in your window, but put it close to the window so that it's going to get the brightest light that it can without your leaves scorching or burning. Did I say burning or burning? Getting tongue-tied here, y'all. But anyway, yes, this one, I just love pothos. If I had to pick a favorite plant, it would probably be the whole pothos species of plants. I just love them for how they look and how easy they are to care for, how affordable they are in most cases. Now, what I will say is, because plants are so popular now, especially due to COVID-19, people are looking for new hobbies or new ways to incorporate self-care into their routine. Plant prices have skyrocketed. Now, I've gotten a neon pothos. It wasn't this big, the one that I ordered before, and I think I might have spent $8 to $10 for it. It was probably half the size of this. This plant here was $20, which I guess is fair for the size of it. But when I get to the other plants I'm going to show you, those were definitely a reach for me as far as cost goes. But what do? Plant prices are going up. The best thing to do when you get these plants, once you get them, propagate them and make many more plant babies. And these are so easy to propagate in water, which is another reason why I absolutely love pothos. So this is my neon pothos right here. This baby does not have a name either, but as you know, I love to name my plants. I talk to them, play music for them, wipe their leaves down, change their soil. I just absolutely love it. So this baby will eventually get a name as well. All right, so now it's time for the #1 stunner, for the showstopper. Let me show you. I got 3 of these, 3 different varieties of these because I absolutely love them. And when I first started my plant journey, I went out and I bought one of these because they were the most beautiful plants I had ever seen, and I killed it shortly thereafter because I had no idea how to care for it. And my home that I was living in before moving to Nashville did not get great light. So this baby right here, this right here, don't laugh. My daughter's watching and laughing, and I know y'all laughing too, but guess what? I don't even care. So this baby right here, this is a rattlesnake Calathea. And if you're familiar with Calatheas, which I know most of you are because you're plant people like I am, Calatheas have these beautiful, and you know, I don't even know if we would call these variegations because they are still green. It's not white or pink along with the green, but we're gonna go with variegations because I don't know, but have these beautiful variegations on the top, and then the bottoms are these deep purple and red colors on the leaves. This one I love because if you can take a peek here, you'll see it has 2 new leaves unfurling, and I just got these yesterday and I did not notice those leaves when I got it yesterday, so it's really doing something special since it's been in my home. This one here, you will not believe I actually spent $30 for this plant. 30 bucks on this Calathea. But as I said, this was a treat. Buying these plants was a treat for myself, a boost, an ego boost, a energy lifter, just something to continue keeping me on the right path and moving forward. So I went ahead and made the investment and splurged in this plant. Now that I know how to care for these plants better, I shall not kill this plant baby. So Calatheas are plants that do like bright light, but bright indirect light. If you have a sheer curtain, blinds, something to filter the light that's coming in your window, you can place these near the window and get bright indirect light. If there is too much light on these leaves, they will burn and this plant will die faster than you can say, oh shit, it's going to die. So you want to make sure that you're giving it bright indirect light. Any Calathea, bright indirect light. I learned that lesson by putting it in the only window in my other house that got bright light. The leaves burned, it died, and it was gone probably within 2 months of me bringing it home. So this baby here is my rattlesnake Calathea. Doesn't have a name yet, but she's here. I'm loving her. And let me show you the next one. Thank you, big girl. So this next one here, this is a Medallion Calathea. As you can see, it's a little bit different. The top of the leaf is a little bit different. These are more paddle shaped versus long. It's not necessarily cylindrical, but maybe oval. And the bottoms of these leaves also have, see that little one back there? The bottoms of these leaves also have that deep burgundy or purplish color. So this is another Calathea, same care, even though it's a different variety, it's still from the Calathea family, so the care is the same. Bright indirect light. As far as watering goes, you're gonna say hi, you're just gonna stand there. Say hi. Hi. That's Aisha, that's baby girl. You've probably seen her if you follow me on Instagram. You've seen her in some of my Instagram posts. So she's eased her way into this video, even though she just got her locks retwisted and still has her clips in. But anyway, you want to make sure bright indirect light. As far as watering goes, give them a big drink of water and then let the soil get dry for at least the top 2 inches or so before watering the plant again. It's easy to drown the roots of this plant, so you want to make sure that you're giving it enough water, but you are not over watering the plant. So this one is a Medallion Calathea. And then the last one I'm going to show you, this one is a showstopper too. This one is beautiful. This is the 3rd Calathea that I picked up yesterday. These are all from Gardens of Babylon. The Calatheas are from Gardens of Babylon in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is a Calathea Ornata. And I don't know, it's ornate. So maybe that's why it's called the Calathea Ornata.
Paint on there?
No, there's no paint on here, big girl. That's just the color of the leaves. So this beauty right here is just like the other ones. It's a little bit different in the way that it blooms or grows. If you look, it's not as full as the Rattlesnake Calathea or even the Medallion. This one is a little bit more, I don't want to say cylindrical, but it's a little bit more upright the way that the leaves grow. These plants can get to be a very nice size, so they will need to be repotted ever so often. If you've been watching my videos, you know that after my plants come out of quarantine, I put them in the room or the space that I would like for them to be in, and I let them stay there until I find what pot I feel is going to fit them the best. I'm not one of those people that just run out and grabs a pot. Can you go over there, little girl? Thank you. I'm not one of those people that just runs out and grabs a pot. I need to find a pot that not just fits into the decor of my home, but a pot that I actually feel does something for the plant. And plants that have a lot of color in them, to me, need pots that are a little bit more subdued. But that's just me. So once I get these potted up, I'll do a video and let you guys know how I potted them up and where they're going to be and where their permanent homes are going to be in my home. Right now, they are by an east-facing window, sitting on a small table. All 5 of these plants are there together in quarantine. No, excuse me. 4 of them, the ones from Gardens of Babylon, are together, and the one that I got from JVI's Secret Garden, which is my silver satin pothos, is also in an east-facing window, but on the other side of the room. So those are my plant babies, y'all. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you have Calatheas? Have you killed any? How do you enjoy caring for them? Did you get one as a new plant parent? Did you wait until you got a little bit more well-versed in caring for plants? At what point did you get Calatheas? And if you don't have one, what's holding you back? Let me know in the comments. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm just excited that I was able to share this with you guys, that you were here to see these beautiful plant babies, that you've been here with me along this journey. Oh, before I go, let me just say one thing. I know y'all come on here and you see me and I'm talking and I'm sharing about plants and I'm always smiling, but I will say this. Don't come on my comments and drop no rude comments. Either you're gonna be told about yourself or I'm gonna delete it. I don't have the time, the patience, and I do not put negative energy out there, and I don't want that negative energy coming to me. So if you don't have nothing nice to say, then keep your mouth shut. Take it to somebody else's page or somebody else's video, but don't drop it on mine, because you're gonna be met back with the fever or it's gonna get deleted, okay? You're not gonna get your 2 minutes of shine in my comments. So now that I've said that, I hope y'all watched all the way to the end of this video and you got the message, so I can stop bringing the fever to those of y'all that just don't have nothing nice to say, nothing positive going on with yourselves, and you need to bring that negativity towards me. So anyway, guys, back to the smile now that I got that out there. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Peace. Say peace, big girl.
Peace.